New Year's resolutions are hard.
Now, resolutions are hard.
So is making this New Year's video, apparently. But it's cold as hell out here, so let's go talk inside. Ugh. So this is my third attempt at this video. The first attempt I rushed to film it and edit it and get as much stuff as I could together and just kind of hastily put this stuff together so I can get it out on New Year's Day. When I looked at it, it was not the video I wanted to start the new year with. And so, kind of feeling like that first version was really rushed and things like that, I sat down to make the second version. It was better, but it still was kind of missing something. And it wasn't until I had a conversation with my boss at work, and I was explaining to him, like, yeah, you know, I'm working on this video for New Year's, but it's way after New Year's. So, like, I'm still gonna put it out and whatever, but it's just like, it's a little silly. And he said something that I thought was really brilliant. He just kind of looked at me, he's like, that actually might be a lot better. I was like, what do you mean? He's like, it's usually this time of year, end of January, when people have given up on their New Year's resolutions. He's like, so putting your video out now might actually be better. And I was like, that's genius. And so once he said that, I realized, like, all right, I gotta kind of film for a third time to kind of get the pieces I need together. I have all these bits and pieces from each version of the video, the first version, the second version, and now this third version. What this video is supposed to be about is about New Year's resolutions. About trying to improve yourself in whatever way you think that you need improving. And in every video, or in every version of this video that I've made so far, the theme has been the same. New Year's resolutions are hard. And the reason that they're hard is because a lot of times we just try to jump right in. We don't focus on the step-by-step process that is required to get to where it is we want to go. We just jump right in. I am somebody who is really bad at the steps. I am somebody who can so vividly imagine what 2.0 is supposed to look like that as soon as I start to kind of put myself into it and I realize that I'm nowhere near 2.0, I give up. So right now I might be going into the new year thinking, okay, I'm going to be Yasin version 2.0. When in reality, it never goes from just 1.0 to 2.0. There are dots in between. There's a 1.1, there's a 1.1.3, there's a 1.2. Like, there are all these dots in between that eventually get you to 2.0, and eventually to 3.0, and so on and so forth. And I forget those dots. You hear the phrase, you have to work hard, a lot. And for the longest time, I've just been like, what the hell does that mean? Like, yes, I get it, hard work. I get it. But at the same time, I'm like, what do you, like, it feels like I'm working hard, but I'm still not where I want to be. Hard work lies in those dots. And it really, really lies in connecting those dots. Understanding that you're not going to get to 2.0 right away. You're going to have to start with 1.1 and then try to get to 1.2 and then 1.3 and then maybe 1.3.1. That's where the hard work really lies, and that's where the grinding really takes place, is trying to connect those dots. What I started talking about in the second version of the video was the things that I wanted to improve this year. Why should this year be any different? I mean, after all, 2020 was... 2020 was the year that I started going to therapy.
2020 was the year that I started taking medication to help address my anxiety and depression. 2020 was the year my sister got married, the year I moved out on my own for the first time, and 2020 was the year I started this channel. As cliche as it might sound, I do think it is valuable to focus on the positives. Now, I suck at that. Historically speaking, I am not a very positive person. I have a kind of pessimistic view of things, but it's something that I'm working on, trying to be more positive. That's resolution number 1. Now, resolution number 2, exercise more. So my goal is to work out 6 days a week. Back when I was in the best shape of my life, I worked out every single day of the week, every single day of the year. Having that 7-day stretch each week without a break kept me consistent. Because whenever there was a break, it was always harder to get back into it. Resolution number 3, read more. Is I want to read ideally 15 minutes every day, or at the very least read 3 books this year. The reason I say that is because, again, if you're doing the math, if I read 15 minutes every day, that's 365 days in the year, I should be able to read a lot more than 3 books. But life happens. I scroll on TikTok, or whatever it may be. And so as long as I can read 3 books within this year, I'll be happy. The 3 books I've chosen are Can't Hurt Me by David Goggins, A Promised Land by Barack Obama, and Jab, 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 Right Hook by Gary Vee. Resolution number 4 is to take care of myself. Now that one's super fucking vague, but it's probably the most important one, because I don't always take the best care of myself. I don't sleep well, I don't eat well, and at times I just don't even bother to take care of the very simple things. So my goals here are to have at least 2 solid meals each day. When it comes to sleep, this is going to be by far the hardest one, because I am a bit of a night owl as opposed to a morning bird. I stay up late to do anything I need to do, whether it be working out, whether it be editing, whether it be playing games with my friends, shooting the shit. It usually takes place from 8 p.m. to 2 a.m. And I've accepted that. I've accepted the fact that I'm not a morning person. I'm not really going to be the person who's a 5 a.m. riser, wakes up at 5 or 6 a.m., goes, works out, has their morning coffee, is up before anybody else, doing whatever. That's not really me. Maybe it will be someday, who knows, but right now I need to accept the fact that if I want to work out consistently, I do it much better if I work out at night. If I want to get work done, like editing or schoolwork or whatever, I do it better at night. So no matter when I go to bed, I just care that I'm at least averaging around 7 hours of sleep each week. And finally, resolution number 5 is to follow my dreams. And that sounds stupid and cheesy and hella vague. But this one's probably going to take the most. Of all of my resolutions that I've listed, this is the one I want the most. But at the same time, I am worried that this is probably going to be the one I fall shortest on. There are a lot of people I look up to who have said that you are not entitled to your dreams. You are not entitled to your dreams. And that's depressing. But I have to agree. Because I can vividly, and I mean vividly picture what it looks like to have achieved my dreams. To live the ideal life that I want to live, to make something like this a career. But all it is just a very, very pretty picture in my head. It's very nice to look at, but looking at it doesn't make it any closer to coming true. So for 2021, I want to put in the tangible work of making what is my dream career come true. And what that means is making at least 2 videos a month, and hopefully by the end of the year, getting 500 subscribers. And 500 might seem small, because usually the goals are like 1K, 10K, 100K, whatever it may be. But I feel like I don't even know 500 people. And the fact that I can't even get all the people I know to subscribe makes me all the more concerned when it comes to getting people I don't even know to subscribe. So I think 500's okay.
Now look, I could go on and on and on about all the different things that I want to change about myself in 2021. But at its core, what I wanted to do was focus on these 5 resolutions, which are generally centered around 3 things: my mental health, my physical health, and my dreams. These 5 resolutions are my overarching goals for 2021. But each one of them is going to require very specific attention throughout each day. Which is why that board might change. One day it might have a note up there that says, hey, edit for at least 30 minutes, or get that B-roll sequence that you might need in your next video, or give one piece of positive feedback. Because to really get closer to any one of these things that I've put up on the board is going to require attention and detail every single day.
This New Year's video has been all over the place. I started filming it like December 30th, and it is end of January. It's still not done, but after talking to my boss and having that kind of epiphany of like, maybe this isn't meant to be like a New Year, New Me kind of a video and a New Year's resolution kind of a video, but rather like a check-in. We're a month into the new year. What are the New Year's resolutions that you made at the beginning of this year, and where are they at now? Because one of the ones I made was to make more videos, to make 2 videos a month. And it's taken me a month to make this video. What I want this video to be, in addition to kind of expressing where it is that I'm at and what it is that I am doing, it gets me really excited to hear what other people are doing as well. Like, I was having a conversation with one of my friends, Mark, at work, and he was explaining that one of his goals this year is to put out a lot more content on his YouTube channel and hopefully get to 10,000 subscribers, which is an amazing goal. And I told him, I'm like, if there's anything that I can do to help you, by all means, tell me. At the end of the day, what I think that this video isn't meant to like lecture anybody or anything like that. It's really meant to just kind of share what I'm working on, and really, really hope that maybe other people will share what they're working on too. Because 2020 was an absolute shit show, and I'm sure 2021 probably has some other stuff up its sleeve, but I want to try to go into it with as positive a mentality as possible and try to make the most out of this year as I possibly can. And I'm hopeful that other people share the same type of sentiment. Much love. Thank you very much. I'll see you guys later.